how familiar are you with the TF2 lore?
Not.
Okay.
Why do I laugh every time I take damage?
Because
No,
you have the
it's
pyro
because you have
vision.
pyro vision on.
That's what I figured.
It makes
It,
everything hilarious.
It's because it mimics the pyro's hysteria.
Nice.
And according to some theories, is the cause of it. Personally, I think the pyro's just insane. I also believe the pyro's Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, okay,
That is confirmed
Okay,
lore.
I'm just saying, there's evidence for it, and I'm not even joking.
that doesn't even...
I will explain it to you. So in the TF2 lore, we are not the first generation of mercenaries. There's been 3 generations of mercenaries total. Oh. I didn't think the rocket could do 70 self-damage. But, so there's 3 generations of mercenaries. The original, there's the Team Fortress Classic mercenaries, and then there's the Team Fortress 2 mercenaries. How familiar are you with the TF2 lore?
Not.
Okay, I'm not going to explain into why there's like... I'd recommend getting into it, it's pretty great.
Okay, hold up.
If I die.
Is Abraham Lincoln the one who invented the 2-story building or the one who invented stairs?
I believe he... Here, one sec, I can check this. I think he invented rocket jumping.
Right, right.
What?
I forget these things. It was George Washington who invented the 2-story building, wasn't it?
One sec, I can check this. Abraham Lincoln. Alongside being the 16th president of the United States, Abraham Lincoln is attributed several other feats of the TF2 universe. An inventor by trade, documenting Lincoln's history is problematic due to conflicting information regarding an inventory attributed to invention and regarding an invention attributed to him and circumstances. Then Lincoln stated he invented stairs as a solution to the 300-year-old problem of being able to reach the second floor of a building by rocket jumping. Lincoln then built the world's first staircase in his laboratory in Ford's Theater, which he subsequently perished in a misguided attempt to rocket jump up it.
Obviously,
An
didn't
image-
know about the slides.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
I got too close.
so he was the one who did
So
stairs.
then FDR.
Oh, that was a sick rollout.
So I believe FDR and TF2 Universe crippled not because of polio, but because of a rocket jumping incident. And he uncovered, it says, while recovering from a rocket jumping accident in 1920, Roosevelt Lincoln's plans for stairs and subsequently perfected the design, at last freeing the world of the tyranny of the second floor. George Washington.
You got time to look into something for me?
Oh yeah, I believe he invented. Yeah, he invented the Inviswatch, but his greatest failing was never being able to remain permanently invisible. And then later, the Cloak and Dagger was invented, which allowing people to remain permanently invisible. And then he later appears as a ghost soldier, probably a hallucination.
Very good.
But so then, so evidence why Abraham Lincoln is, so there's some conflicting information about Abraham Lincoln, because some stuff mentions he's killed in a rocket jumping incident, but there's also John Wilkes Booth. Well, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Oh right, yes, I remember what it was. Here, let me pull up. Let me read though.
One more.
John Wilkes Booth. John Tower of Hats Wilkes Booth was the assassin of beloved U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. But so basically, the theory is there's a character in TF2 lore, Radigan Conacher. He's the engineer's grandfather. He built light, and there's 2 very important inventions that Radigan Conacher had. I'm trying to remember exactly what. I believe Radigan Conacher also had a connection to John Wilkes Booth, like they were friends or something. I can't remember. Radigan Goniger had two very important inventions he made. He invented the life extending machine, and there's a secret in one of the comics where you can find a plans he had for I believe he also invented the teleporter, but effectively an Abraham Lincoln hat with a teleport on it that would be able to teleport Abraham Lincoln out of a dangerous situation.
Ah.
And so the theory is, and also because John Wilkes Booth took Abraham Lincoln's hat after he died. So two theories. One is a conspiracy and Booth was on it, or Booth attempted to assassinate him and Radigan Conacher rescued him. Because according to Radigan, oh there we go, I got it. According to Radigan Conacher, he was unfortunately not able. Well, because also there's an important thing is Radigan Conacher was hired to make two life extending machines for two different important characters in TF2 lore. He made 3. Which, I mean, it could have gone to like the administrator or something, but I don't believe I can't remember her name. The girl that's in Loose Cannon is the administrator. I'm not talking about stuff you don't understand. Sorry about that. But basically, he has an extra life extending machine, a device that's designed to save Abraham Lincoln from being Abraham Lincoln from being assassinated. He is friends with Abraham Lincoln. Was Radigan Conacher in the any of? He wasn't in any of the mercenary groups, was he?
Radigan? No, I do not believe so.
No, he wasn't. But he's hired by the people that the mercenaries are hired by. Blue team, because when it comes to lore, it sometimes gets confusing. Most of the time, the lore centers around red team, except for engineer. Both Radigan Conacher and Del Conacher, the engineer, are both blue team, which gets a little bit confusing sometimes.
Own it.
But what was I about to say? Alright, yeah, so then Radigan Conacher has connection to team. And also, I mentioned that there's 3 generations of teams. The first generation, are you aware of who was the Pyro of that generation?
No.
Abraham Lincoln.
Interesting.
So, Radigan Conacher teleports Abraham Lincoln out of Ford Theater. Also, Ford Theater is Abraham Lincoln's like lab, as is established. It seemed weird for him to get assassinated at a play there. Teleports him out and is given the extra life extending machine, which is also, I believe, the first one that was built. I could be, and it may be, and at some point during just his existence, Abraham Lincoln just goes mad and becomes hysterical and becomes the modern Pyro, TF2 Pyro.
Nice.
That is my theory for who Pyro is.
Makes sense.